If there's one consistency with the internet, it's that guys really have no clue how to bulk. Like everywhere on the internet, guys are saying you need to put on all this weight. You gotta eat. That's the secret to gaining so much weight, which is true partially. We're gonna get into it. But what we're talking about today is how I gained roughly 34 pounds of muscle in 6 months previously. And the bulking method that I personally used to build my physique to look like this all year round without ever losing my six pack. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Right now, my school has over 10 hours of content, over 150 students. We operate group VIP calls all of the time. This is the best school of self-improvement. It's only $19 right now, down from $55. I want you to join next. Link in the description to join right now. In 2021, I gained 34 pounds of muscle in roughly 6 months. Now, some of this was muscle that I had to rebuild because I lost muscle whenever I went vegan, and then due to the things in 2020, I could not actually have gym access, so I lost a lot of muscle. But before that, I was only 190 pounds, and then I bulked back up to 6 months to 205 pounds, so an extra 15 pounds of muscle still within 6 months, and I did not bulk. I was actually at maintenance calories during this time. If you're not going to follow anything from this video, you can listen to this one very strictly, man. Main gaining is actually very kick-ass. Like, you don't have to do a crazy bulk. You don't have to eat all of these calories. If you can main gain, eat the same caloric intake, there is a way to gain weight and gain muscle if you are training properly. Science actually backs this up as well. A diet closer to maintenance or even a very, very slight surplus is just about as effective as a very heavy long-term bulk. Long-term heavy bulks are the silliest, oofy-doofiest thing that anyone could possibly do. Now we're talking about micro bulking and cutting. You guys wanted more of this. I talked about it the other day. Now, micro bulking and cutting is whenever you do 20 times your body weight in pounds. So let's say you weigh 200 pounds. This means that you multiply that by 20, so 4,000 calories for 2 to 4 weeks. What this is going to do is actually give you a surge in hormones, testosterone, IGF-1, everything that's beneficial for building muscle, and it's going to spike. But then once you start gaining fat, that's whenever you start cutting back down. Some people might call this yo-yo dieting. It's really not, man. It's getting the best out of the bulk and then quitting before you start getting the side effects of the bulk. Getting the best side effects of the caloric deficit and then quitting before you actually start getting the negative side effects of a caloric deficit. There's a study on this as well that short-term overfeeding actually gives you a surge of testosterone and IGF-1. That is one reason that this is so crucial. I actually got this method from Brandon Carter. He used to talk about it all the time. This is what I used to build my physique to begin with. I really started to feel confident with myself, and I actually started getting my first modeling contracts after I built my physique. Short, aggressive cuts actually boost your growth hormone and improves your insulin sensitivity. This is one of the best ways to actually cut. Once you're cutting long term, this is whenever you start seeing the side effects like low energy, low libido, things like this. But then if you keep it those short little bursts, super intense, super aggressive, this is actually going to be a lot more beneficial than to just be drawing it out. Long bulks suck because over 15% body fat, now you're actually decreasing your insulin sensitivity, and not just that, you're actually increasing estrogen as well. Like, this is probably one of the worst ways to ever possibly build muscle. I would argue that even a long-term lean bulk is silly as well. Most bulking really makes no sense. Like, unless you're main gaining or unless you're doing the micro bulking and micro cutting protocol that I just discussed, most of what you see online is BS. Now, a lot of you guys won't even see success with this if you have low testosterone, because testosterone is down roughly 50% of what it was 2 decades ago. Whenever this happens, obviously, man, you won't be doing much of gaining muscle, shredding body fat. You're going to be tired. You won't have any sex drive, anything. So you need the best testosterone booster on the whole market, one that I take myself every single day. Because as a man, wouldn't you want to have the highest testosterone you possibly can? Like, think about this. Like, a lot of you guys will say, oh, supplements are cope. You don't need supplements. But think about it like this. If a supplement is scientifically proven, like Avery's Raid, to boost testosterone by over 37%, while decreasing cortisol by over 16%, decreasing estrogen by 39%, in addition to what you are already doing, your current diet, why would you reject that? That's like saying, oh, you're making so much money, you're making $100,000 right now, I'm gonna give you another $50K on top of that. Like, no, I'm good actually. I like the $100,000. I'm good, Austin. But no, you can have another $50,000 for free and you don't want to, man. You don't want the extra boost. I don't get it, but Aries Rich is the best on the market. Don't forget about Titan Grow 2.0 while you are on my website as well. Use the code Wayne for 10% off everything. Titan Grow 2.0 just gives you all the nutrients that you need to help support your height growth journey, because most of you guys are deficient in basic vitamins and minerals, 92% to be exact. Whenever you're deficient, obviously your IGF-1 human growth hormone should down, and you won't be optimizing things the way you're supposed to. Even if your growth plates are closed, this is still going to help optimize your overall health and make you feel a lot better as a whole. Don't forget, I have opened my coaching program, so if you want to work with me one-on-one to look like a Greek god male model, link in the description to work with me. It's a scientific study showing that you don't lose muscle mass with a shorter deficit. Like, you start losing muscle mass on longer-term deficits. So if you have 2 to 4 weeks where you're just going super aggressive with the calories, you're hitting your protein, you're still working out heavy like you were supposed to, then you actually will not be seeing any muscle loss like how you would on a long-term deficit. There's a 2010 study that actually confirms that mechanical tension is the primary driving factor to hypertrophy. I want you to listen closely to that science, man. This is showing you that your diet, and specifically how many calories you're eating, is not as important as a lot of these gym bros and a lot of these misinformed people online are gonna have you thinking. So what's the solution? How do you actually build muscle? Well, you actually have to get strong, man. This means that whenever you are in the gym, I want you to push for a PR as if your life depends on it. I'm not joking. I'm serious, man. I'm almost more serious about this than anything else on my channel. You will not build muscle if you work out like a pansy. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you were in there just texting like, oh, I'm here to work out, yeah, it's so fun, you're not gonna build any muscle. I don't care if you're eating 500 over maintenance. All of your protocols and everything is perfectly calculated. Oh my gosh. If you're working out like a pansy, you won't build any muscle. You're gonna stay the exact same. You're gonna stay skinny fat. You're gonna stay skinny. You're gonna stay fat. Whatever you are doing, I want you to go in there. Have some music that's actually helping you focus. Push for the PR. Know exactly what you did last time. You did bench press 100 kilos last time. I want you to do 105 kilos, 102.5 kilos this time. You got to be improving every time you are in the gym. Otherwise, what are you doing there, man? You might as well stay at home. If you're not going to actually push yourself in the gym, just stay at home, because the only way to actually build muscle is to push yourself. I think my results should speak for themselves. I mean, I gained 34 pounds of muscle in 6 months, and not just that, I gained 15 pounds of new muscle on top of that in 6 months without even eating in a surplus. The most important thing of all, this is all about your life. Like, you're not a bodybuilder. You don't have an off season. You're not only being show ready for a couple months out of the year. Your whole life is the show, man. You can go on vacation anytime. You can hook up with a girl at any time. She's gonna see those big man boobies that you've been working on during your winter bulk. Like, it's the silliest thing ever. I want you to actually diet properly, train properly. You don't need to get fat to do that, man. The heaviest you should ever be is 14% body fat with a cloudy 4-pack. That is the worst you could ever get. That's it though. Subscribe if you're new. I love you with all my heart. Peace.